Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Now, we're just here with Teresa. We're both from Carlick for Hair. Teresa is our beautician. Teresa has really exciting news. We all have exciting news. Carlick for Hair are now going to a new level in our beauty therapy.
We are.
What? Yes, we are. So, Teresa has dealt with all these services before in Perth. She's fully qualified. Tell us a little bit about your qualifications and your history in beauty.
So I did my beauty diploma in 2004.
Okay.
And so really been doing beauty since probably middle of 2004 to the beginning 2005, with a little break in between to start my family, but still very active in the industry.
So, skin needling, we're going to have skin needling now at Carlick for Hair. Skin needling is nothing new to you.
No, skin needling's been around for quite a while. I would say 10 years or more. Technology has advanced dramatically since then. So people think needling and they kind of freak out a little bit.
Yes.
Very natural to do that. But we're only talking about micro needling. So very superficial, I suppose, puncture wounds into the skin, very controlled. There are ways that you can do it at home, but when you start playing with things at home, things can always take a bit of an adverse turn. So being in the treatment room means it's fully controlled, it's customized for you personally. Every time you visit, your skin can be completely different. So when we're starting out, we are going to be starting off quite shallow before we kind of increase the intensity per visit. Even though you come into us, say, on a regular basis, ideally every 6 weeks for something like that, for a course of about 6 sessions overall, we still customize it for you every time. So it would never be the same.
Okay.
And factors that come into that would be, you've been away, you've been on holiday, you've been unwell, so you've been on medication, just general stresses in your life can factor in what's happening.
We need to sit down and have. It's not just about a client coming in and saying, this is what I want.
No.
It's about a client coming in and you sitting down with the client and saying, these are my concerns.
Yes.
Now, the very exciting thing about that is you don't have to guess anymore.
No.
So we have now also purchased the Observe 320.
Yeah.
So the Observe 320 is Teresa?
So Observe 320, again, has been around for a little while, but technology has come again a long way. So basically what it is, it's a machine that allows us to photograph the living layers of the skin. So you having 5 different spectrums of light filtering through the skin, allowing us to see things like texture, oil production, redness in the skin, pigmentation being one of probably the most popular, and the quite scary.
Yes,
and quite confronting for some people.
Yeah.
And then your general daylight view, they call that. So a daylight view meaning what you would see out on a nice sunny day, minus the shadows and any of the unfiltered light that we want. Allowing us to use that in the treatment just amplifies what we're doing per session and also what you're doing at home.
After.
And then every time you come in, probably not every time, but maybe every second or third time, we would take another photo.
I think that's my biggest thing where I saw this and thought we need to have it.
Yes.
For me, is all about the client seeing what the results are.
Yep.
And with this Observe, we can send the photos of your first treatment, and then if you're having 6 different treatments, we can keep an eye on what the actual treatment is doing for your skin. So it's actually telling the story itself. It's not us saying this is amazing. It's we've got proof and the results that it is unbelievable.
And really, most people these days want to see the proof and
Of course.
straight away, and
Of course.
we can't do that with just an ordinary photo. Even using the high-tech cameras that we've got on say an iPhone. With this, we can actually see what's happening deeper.
Yes.
And something that maybe hasn't even popped out yet. So, i.e., pigmentation, you might only have noticed a little speckle on one cheek, and then taking a photo with the Observe 320 just shows you what's happening currently under the skin
and what you can prevent.
and what you can prevent.
That's what I love about it. So I probably, well, you can, because
Yeah.
mine's the older skin, but we had a young girl that you had to, go with her. Beautiful, gorgeous skin. Once we put her in the Observe 320, Teresa realised that she has got a lot of pigmentation underneath.
Yes.
That now Teresa can do up a course of treatments that can prevent her having that later in life.
Yeah, so basically preventing that from triggering, really,
Yes.
and coming to the surface.
Yeah.
So what it's allowing the client to see is what's happening over a course of, say, roughly 6 months, if you're working on a 6-week kind of time frame. So they're not just waiting until the end of the 6 months to see what's happening with their skin. They're actually seeing it ongoing.
Awesome.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, awesome. And along with that, we have our amazing Medilux.
We do. Yes.
Yeah, our LED light therapy machine. Now, these 3 services all interconnect. Do you want to talk a little bit about what this does?
So
this is sorry, I'm excited about this because this is not started from now. I mean, we're reading back in the 1800s when light therapy was all we had before penicillin.
Yes.
So this has come a long way, but it still gives you those amazing results with non-invasive.
Yes, non-invasive basically. So non-invasive meaning it's not actually touching the skin. It's the light that's doing the work. It is a medical grade light. I have to stress there is no UV emitted at all through any course of the treatment.
Okay, because that is
people do get worried. Oh, they think light, they think sun, they think UV. It's not the case. Using 5 spectrums of light, all visible light. So we do say to people, especially with their first treatment, it will be bright. It's not something to take lightly because it is bright, but your eyes adjust. It's more or less you going from a dark room out into the sun and your eyes will kind of flicker and have to adjust. It's the same with this.
And you have your goggles.
And you have your goggles on.
All safeties.
Once you're laying on the bed and your eyes have adjusted, it might take 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
You basically won't even notice that it's bright anymore. It's just a very relaxing, warm, pleasant sensation.
Okay.
And some people, I would say 50%, doze off.
Yeah.
So, and the only time they wake up is when the light turns off.
Beautiful.
So it's very comfortable.
So Teresa, you will, because there is different colours, let's say different colours, for different problems in the skin.
Yes.
So we've got, let's go through them.
So we've got blue light is our most shallow. So that targets your acne and your P acne. So all the kind of breakout concerns. And then you've got your green light, which is more for inflammation and redness in the skin. You've got your yellow light, which targets your pigmentation. You've got your red light, which targets your overall anti-aging, healing, and that kind of response.
One I will have in.
Most people do.
Yes.
I always want to start. Usually we say starting with the red is the best bet. And then you've got your near infrared, which is the most deepest. But when we say deepest, it's not penetrating crazy deep where it's going to do any harm, of course. It's just something that you would use to top up a treatment. So a deeper concern, you might, for example, say do pigmentation is their main concern. So you might want to start with the yellow light and you might do 10 or 15 minutes with the yellow light and then the last 5 minutes with maybe red or with near infrared. It just depends on the depth of the concern, how experienced they are.
But very customized.
Very customized.
Very customized.
And again, it's not necessarily the same light every single time you come in.
Yeah.
The prices are the same for whatever light you go ahead with. It's just a matter of what's best for you on the day, where you've been, what you've done, and it's a matter of picking the best one for you on the day.
Yeah. So what I love about now our 3 new services, like I said, they do interconnect. So we start off with a consultation.
Yes.
We start off with finding what the actual underneath problems are.
Yeah.
Now, then that interconnects with either the needling and remembering that this is like, this can be used after needling for the healing process.
It is. The
because
Medilux,
it is healing.
Medilux is really overall like a hero treatment, so
yes.
anyone really can have it done.
Yeah.
There's only a very small percentage of people that cannot.
We can have this alone.
Yes.
We can have a
You
standalone.
can have it alone. You can
if
have
you're
it
going to be a bride and you want a brighter look,
Yep.
you can
Have
come
it-
in
have
a
it
couple
as
of
a
days
treatment.
before. Yeah.
You can have it as an add-on. So
Yeah.
add on to anything, including a needle, skin needling. You could have it add on to a facial, to a peel, to an infusion treatment. It's really one that's, like I said, a hero. It's interconnected everywhere, or a standalone.
And so are our new treatments.
Yes.
This all goes in together.
Yes. It
Yes.
does.
So they are more of a next level treatment.
Mhm.
So it's like hair. We've got different shampoos, different levels of shampoos. This is quite a fantastic level of
of product.
skincare. Yeah.
Skincare, skincare meaning, these days I think clients are very quite savvy. They kind of know more what they want as well, and also they kind of will know more
Research,
yeah, because there's a lot out there at the
Yeah.
moment with Instagram and TikTok and even just YouTube tutorials and things. So having this acts as like an extra layer to what they're doing.
Okay.
We will kind of say that what we offer in the treatment room is like your skin workout.
Okay.
So the rest of your result really comes from home, because you're going to be going home and doing that, we hope, at least twice a day, in the morning and in the evening.
Yep.
It's a bit like going to the gym and you want to
And hair, and too.
get healthy. You wouldn't just work out, you would also eat healthy. So it's kind of more or less the same with the skin.
Okay.
Products like this are what we consider cosmeceutical, meaning that the ingredients are active and they penetrate into those deeper layers of the skin, in turn giving us a result. And obviously we're using them with the professional
Which will
treatments,
penetrate them a lot better.
so results are faster, they're more efficient, they're safe.
Okay.
We wouldn't recommend anything that would be unsafe, basically.
Beautiful. So we've had a little bit about why we decided to bring this to Harvey. Carlick for Hair has we've always prided ourselves to try and research a lot, keep learning, keep training, and we want our clients to go out with confidence and looking amazing. And look, I will say it, if you look good, you feel good.
Absolutely.
And everything else rolls on. So this is a huge step for us to do this, but the reason why I have done it is because I know I've got Teresa on in here too. So an amazing professional that we're very lucky to have in Harvey. My biggest focus was listening to my clients and their added concern about menopause and about hair loss. Now that's what I was researching, and it has taken me to Medilux. Not only will Medilux help with our skin, but it also will help with our thickness of our hair. Now, as we were reading, we've had to do a lot of training towards it. We have one more left that will be a hands-on, where our trainer will come from Melbourne and we'll do a full day of training in here. More I was reading, tell me if I'm wrong, but through the hair, it actually helps. We can do two ways. We can do Medilux on its own, that will help.
Okay.
And what it does, it kind of thickens the cuticle for growth. Or we can then bring you into the beauty room and Teresa can do some skin needling plus the Medilux for hair thickness.
Absolutely. So
or hair rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation, yes, more or less is what it's called. Basically what the light does overall, if it be for the skin or for the hair, is basically activates our natural wound healing response in the skin. So imagine you would have scratched yourself or bruised yourself. Our body starts to go into overdrive to repair. And it can only accelerate to a certain degree. What this does is amplifies that. So, but without touching, without invasive, it's just the light. It's amazing. And it's currently been proven to have been used not just...
Well, it's medical.
Because it is medical.
Yeah.
Not just as from a cosmeceutic kind of angle, but
more
medical. And I'm talking people who have had scarring from mastectomies, from surgeries, from burns, all this, and people that have some neurological kind of conditions as well. A big thing with the red light especially, really healing and helping to regenerate with just basically using an alternate form of
So that's
medicine.
Personal to me.
Absolutely.
Very personal to me, because we have been, our family has been looking into red light, or dealing with red light for quite a few years now. And I find it such a fascinating thing of what it can do. And I think the biggest thing for me is that it does it without worry. You don't have to worry that's invasive or going to do something to you.
The light is working naturally with what your body absorbs and takes. So it's not, all it is accelerating what's good. That's all it does.
I mean, my husband had one years ago, never knew what it was, a big red light that he would put on his legs after football. Same, but different. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Same, but different. But I'm really excited about what it's going to do. We're ready to go. We're doing our final training, as I said, on the 4th of August. On the 5th of August, we're opening up our doors for us to have a night of Q&A,
lots of information and
having a go, having a look. We're going to have nice champagne, some little bit of snacks, and it's going to be exciting. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. I'm excited for our skin. I'm excited for our hair, and please keep watching this space. We're putting it online soon, all our products, so you can go online in our booking system on our Fresher and have a look. If you ever need to just ring and ask about it, we're not sure what you really want to book in for, remember, we start with a consultation. We start with the Observe, which we're going to do, the Observe will come with the consultation.
All part of it,
And, Teresa will be able to tell you exactly what you need.
Yeah. So also going back to the consultation briefly though, is it's roughly half an hour. We can add if we need to, that's no problem. It's just a matter of really understanding what you're doing at home, what you're not doing at home, what your lifestyle's like. All these factors come into play as to why things have happened to the skin or to the body, however it be. And we can really then recommend and prescribe what we think is best for you. At the end of the day, you can go home and take that information and process that. We don't feel like you want to be pressured at all.
No.
Because there will be a lot of information, but we always want to keep in mind that whatever information is given is confidential, but also the most beneficial for the client as well. So the consultation is basically an open ground for us to sit one-on-one and chat, and obviously you're filling in some paperwork and there will be some questions that might be a bit confronting, but just keep in mind all those questions are in relation to what we're doing in the room. It's not for us because we want to know what medication you're using.
No, we don't want to know.
All that kind of. It's not because we want to know, it's because we need to know.
Yeah.
Because some things can prevent you from having certain treatments, and we want this to be a safe space. So
of course,
that's the reason why we do that.
Yeah, no, of course. And I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go. It's very exciting.
Exciting to see how beautiful Harvey's going to look.
Yes.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Remember, give us a call if you've got any questions, and look at our Instagram page for more information about our evening on the 5th of August. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.